Okay, I think we are on. I'm recording. So thank you everybody showing up in such a short notice tonight for this session. I really had to have this session because I'm leaving tomorrow to Israel for a long time, and I didn't want to leave everything hanging. So there's a lot of important announcements, but I'm going to jump right at it, and you can ask any questions you like. Today, I think it's the most significant amount of changes that we made to our yeshiva in a long time. There's a lot of changes. So I'll try to recap them quickly to you and see what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. So first of all, congratulations to Dr. Wheeler and Pastor Matt. Their course is now live in the yeshiva. So this is, the course is up and running. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like and where to get it in a minute. And there are some other changes to the structure of the yeshiva. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen with you quickly and walk you through all the changes, okay? I hope you can see my screen right now. The first thing, I'm going to use Alex as an example, Alex Cabeza, okay? But this is what you can expect to see when you log in to your platform. It's going to look like this. The first thing I want to highlight to you that is very important is right here we have the program. We have a button in the top called the program. This is brand new now. So if you click on the program, and I should mention this is still excluding the Chazanut until we discuss exactly how Chazanut fit in, but I want to talk about it. If you click on it, you're going to get a brand new screen. And now you have the entire yeshiva outlined for you, exactly the path. We have a lot of people who are coming closer to finishing Yeshivat Shuvu, year Aleph. So I just want to point out a few things for you. General 102.3, Hebrew 101. Then you can go to the intro to Jewish liturgy, which is a required course. History 101, History 102. And then you're going to go straight into the course by Dr. Wheeler and Pastor Matt. Torah 101, this has been built. Everything has been built. Torah 102, the Besorah according to Abraham. Torah 103, that's the only course that left outstanding. When you finish this, and we have a bunch of people who are basically now at this point, they're just finishing Torah 101 and from Jesus to Yeshua, and they'll be ready for Torah 103. After this, you have your oral exam for the entire course. And for the entire yeshiva, you determine if you want to basically just get the certificate, you are welcome. If you decide that you want to move on to a more accreditation type program, basically level bet is the accreditation type program, then you have to go through an oral exam, okay? And then if you pass it, you can move to program bet. Now, what is required of you to graduate or to complete year Aleph is to go through all of this and then select up minimum of 4 courses from the elective. We used to call them non-credit, but now they are called electives. You have to do 4 electives, okay? This is very important. Each and every one of you have to do minimum of 4 electives to be able to complete the program. So let me show you what it would look like. If you are logged in, you're going to notice the language change. Now it's called elective courses. And here elective, in the case of Alex, he has already done 1, 2, 3, 4. But at the very least, you have to do 4. Now here is a big change. This is, I want everybody to pay close and careful attention to what I'm about to tell you right now. I had been having a lot of discussion with Rabbi Yecheskel. We've been talking back and forth. And you saw him in the conference with us, and you saw him talking with me and so forth. So I want to be very clear to the yeshiva. Yecheskel came, Yecheskel repented for a lot of things he needed to repent it. He humbled himself. It was very good, very, very good. And we feel that it's in a good path. What does that mean? Is he returning to Shuvu? Absolutely not. He's not going to be an instructor of Yeshivat Shuvu. But we're in a good terms with him. And that's very, very good. Everybody should be very happy about this. So with that being said, we were talking about his courses. I told him we're removing them. Back and forth, we talked about them. They're still good courses, okay? There are still courses that we can learn from. But so what we decided to do is to move his courses to become a non-credit courses. What does that mean? You take the quizzes, you don't write papers, you can still go through them, basically. The exams, you're not being graded. You're taking it, you get the right answers. You're doing them as a self-assessment, basically, okay? So I want to explain this to you because that's a big, big change. Let me go there. Notice in the non-credit, both the Pet of the Ger and Oel Avraham, okay? Those used to be accredited courses. Rather than removing them, they become now a non-credit courses. That's the decision I've made, okay? And it also should help a lot of you because you're in the middle of Oel Avraham of the Pet of the Ger. And this way you don't have to throw it away, okay? You just continue forward in them because you're still going to need some elective courses, okay? The other change that I decided to make is with God's Healing Code. It used to be under the Hebrew program. Now it's an elective course. So Dr. Green course is not required. I was hoping we'll work with him a little bit more closer, but I don't think it's works out as well as I wanted it. I think we were all holding those monthly meetings and very few people were showing up to the talks with him about health. So I think he kind of lost the interest from what I could tell. So it's still a good course. It's still a valid course, but it's elective. It's not a pure Hebrew course. I cannot tell it that. The thing now, you have 8 courses to choose from. Out of the 8 courses, you have to do 4. So you choose. You have the Parashat HaShavua, you have the Sefer HaGeulah Nachmanidis, the Chagim Moadim, and Parashat HaShavua. So you choose. I can't tell you which one to do, but whatever is spark your interest and imagination. But they're all great enriching courses. Do all of them, even. But that's a huge change because today those courses used to be in the Torah 101, 102. So now, just to remind you, general and onboarding, general 101, 102, 103, nothing changed. Hebrew Jewish Thought, Hebrew 101, Introduction to Liturgy, nothing changed. Those are required, okay? Jewish History, Rabbi Bernstein, History 101, 102, nothing changed. Business as usual. Here is the big change. Torah and discipleship, before you can get to the Besorah of Abraham, and the system is already smart enough to understand all of that, okay? The learning path is you have to go, and again, I want to clarify, we made a decision because there's so much midrash is being mentioned, so many of those things. I want to stress to you that you have to, after Hebrew 101 or Hebrew 102, you have to go through both Rabbi Bernstein courses. If you don't go through Rabbi Bernstein courses, you cannot really jump to the rest, in my opinion. So we made a decision to make History 101 and History 102, and then you go to Pastor Matt, and then it will ease you into the higher level courses, okay? Those are going to be tougher. You're going to have to write a paper for Dr. Wheeler. The level of the Torah courses become a lot more higher, and you can kind of expect that, okay? Make sense? So, in short, now we have the Torah 101, Torah 102, Torah 103. Basically, 103 will be recorded here before the end of the year, before Rosh Hashanah, in July. The point of the matter is we would like to see some of you finish the program as we walk into 5780. We'd like to see some of you finishing it up and getting ready for the next level, which is the ordination level. This is the fully accreditation level. It's another like a year and a half program, year and a half, or depending on year to 2 years, depending. Okay, so with that being said, I have a couple other updates. I hope this is very exciting for everybody. A lot of you have been waiting for a new course for a long time. By the way, where Chazanut fit here, Chazanut is going to be another one of those elective courses, but that's a specialty course. I cannot really put it in its own category. So it will be another category soon called Chazanut. And yeah, Peter, hold on. You want to add something, Peter? You want to say something?
Yeah, admission will have to be by audition.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I didn't stick those two courses for Group A and Group B here. That's kind of like a specialized thing. You know, we cannot really fit it in the standard thing because it requires certain aptitude. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, about the Chazanut, because we're also ready to submit your grades. So, as a matter of fact, Peter, when we finish, you stay on and we'll talk about this. I'm hoping that this week we'll get everything basically cleaned out completely. Okay?
Please.
Yeah, well, we need to. Anyway, so now we have the complete program in place for you. Almost everything is done. I am excited about From Jesus to Yeshua. That's a very, very strong course to get us moving. Before we move it, we almost need From Jesus to Yeshua at the beginning, I felt, but there was some things there I listened that it's really needed. You wanted the History 101, History 102. It will make things a lot clearer. So I want to stop and see if you have any questions right now before I move to the next announcement. Are there any questions? A lot of you have been waiting for months. I know, like Dina has been waiting for months so she can finish the yeshiva. And Lance and Matt and quite a few of you. You're ready to and Aaron. Yeah, go ahead. Any question? I want it to be very clear because today is a very big day for us. It's a lot of work went into this to get this structure now finalized. Okay, go ahead, Aaron. Aaron, go ahead.
Like I was wondering, are women allowed to move on to course bait?
I don't. We haven't discussed this, but I don't see any reason why not to.
Because I'm not looking for accreditation or anything else.
I don't think that's going to be an issue, Aaron.
Okay.
And,
right.
And very soon we will release the program for the level 2. We already have it mapped out. We know what it's going to look like. You know, the yeshiva continuing. We're going to get ready to launch the university also to give degrees to 2020. You know, so everything is moving. Yeah, 100%. Any other questions?
Rabbi, those of us who took Rabbi Italki's course for credit, that credit
that's the sad part. It's going to be a non-credit now. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no rollover credit at all.
But here is the good news. If you're halfway in the middle of Rabbi Italki course, you're not going to have to write the paper. That's the good news. Okay?
Oh, I already wrote the paper. So good news for somebody else. Good news for somebody else.
Then guess what? You learned something.
Oh, yeah, and he actually graded my paper. It was a while back, so yeah, been there, done that.
I've been up. Yeah, you remember, you're from the old. You're from like the Alpha group. You know, you're like from when we started the yeshiva. You should know that from 2015 to now, only half of the people who started this journey is still with us from the very first group. Okay. Overall, I think our retention is extremely high. It's maybe about 80%, 75, 80%, which is pretty good. But as you see, it took 4 or 5 years. we never hoped it will take 4 or 5 years. We figured 2-3 years. That being said, guys, we're really strict. We're getting strict about your progress. And I guess one of the other announcements I wanted to remind you is Rabbi Versh is starting to be on staff now. It's actually already started this week, which means that he's going to be a lot more watchful of you guys. So you're not going to have 2 sets of eyes, 1 set of eyes, you'll have 2 sets of eyes watching. So there's really no excuse for none of you not to progress, you know?
So do you have a recommendation if we're in the midst of a non-credit, course that's made non-credit, should we make a priority to continue with the credit courses?
Remember our general rule of thumb, 6 months, you better be finished with the course or be close to it. Some of you are taking those courses like a bed gum for a year. A course should not take a year. If you're doing a course in a year, you're not going to be able to remain in the yeshiva much longer. I would say to you, Carola, is, you know, do in your spare time, your non-credit, and jump on a credit course. Especially with this liturgy. If you wait on this liturgy year, you're never going to pass it.
Sorry, say that again. I missed that. If I
especially wait on liturgy, I said, don't wait for a year on a liturgy course.
Oh.
I just say in general, a lot of people are really scared, so they just put it off and jump to another course. That's not a good strategy.
Okay.
We have enough people here who pass liturgy, plenty of people who pass who can tutor you. Shouldn't be any problem. Even Pastor Matt passed, sort of.
If anyone is needing tutorship, contact me. Plugged in.
That was a joke. Nobody enjoyed the joke, Matt.
I enjoyed it.
Are there any other questions? Is the changes that we're making clear? You have a great map. Everything should be crystal clear. And a map to get accreditation, ordination, yada, yada, yada. Should be very clear. And toward the end of the program, you should really start thinking about it. Hey, do I want to move to the next level or not? If you are not, you're still going to be like an alumni. So we're going to have to figure out what kind of perks alumni get. Okay? Obviously, we cannot keep accounts open because it costs money. But we'll have to figure out what it entails. But we're really, really ready to see some of you finishing year Aleph. There's a group of about 20 of you that are pretty close over now.
Could the alumni pay to keep their accounts open and participate in discussion boards and shears?
Yeah. We're thinking about this. This is a discussion we're going to have. Because seriously, you should know that there's a certain point of time that comes that like we keep your account open like for 3-4 years. You know, a lot of you pay like $1,000 when you come to the yeshiva. It didn't cover. It was way too cheap. We did not think about it in our right mind. I don't know if you notice it. The price now is $2,000. And the amount of investment we put in each one of you does not cover this thing. So, but there's actually a physical cost on each IP, you know. And now we're sitting today on like 60 new applications, guys, all in all. And I'm not saying we're going to have 60 new students, but it's even if we bring 30, it's a lot. It's a lot of students. So we're trying to balance it and think about it, how to do it. But don't worry, nobody will be left in the dark because the key is to continue the relationship with all of you. That's absolutely the key. Any other questions? Are you excited about the new course? Yeah, very good. Yes. Very good. Excellent. So, yeah, if you do have any questions, just let us know, but it's open. Everything has been tested. As always, there could be a bug. If there is a bug, let us know. We'll try to fix it. We're not perfect by any stretch. A couple of other very important announcements before I release you. So obviously you know about Rabbi Bernstein is going to be available. You can tap to him as you need as well now, especially if you need help with anything running ministries, running synagogue, running ministries is available. He's probably going to start having once a week an office hour to help more on a synagogue type questions, running synagogues. So we'll work it out. But I do want to remind you that Pastor Matt's still doing the pastoral counseling. And I'm just amazed just how beneficial it's been to so many of you. So again, if you do need this, it's usually on Wednesdays, right, Matt? It's Wednesday.
That's correct. It's Wednesday from 2 to 4 Eastern time. So whatever your time zone is.
Yeah. So remember that Matt is still available. And I want to also let you know, we're going to use more and more the calendar. There's just too much going on. And in the yeshiva, we cannot keep up. We cannot put all the update on Facebook always. So just continue to look into that. Okay, one last announcement. We have 38 sidurim left, okay? Only 38, right, Jackson? Those 30,
that's correct. Maybe less now because of the 7 we talked about earlier.
Okay, so about 30. We're going to do big printing later, but this is the sidurim dedicated for the yeshiva, where you can get those at cost. The price will go up after this. So if you want to know that you need those sidurim, okay, for whatever, Jackson can take your orders, okay? The price is $30. That's the price for a sidur. The price will go up to $50 after those, okay? Shuvu Talmidim will get always a discount though. Always will get a discount. But if you do need, anybody wants to get some sidurim? Anybody at all? Yeah, okay, there you go. So Daniela, don't write in the chat, just reach out to Jackson and get it. But that's your opportunity to get them at cost. It's literally
and Rabbi, are we going to keep it to minimum order, like no bulk orders because there's only 30 left?
No,
like
whoever
no,
first come,
okay.
first serve.
First serve.
First come, first serve. Yeah, get rid of those 30 because we'll print more, but the price will go up. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity. So just all what I need you to do is to reach out to Jackson. If there will be any left, we'll release them to the public. But I don't think so. The main release will be in August. It will be happening in a conference that I'll be holding in Seattle. I'm going to do a conference with Mark Beltz. Mark not going to be there actually, but we're going to do a weekend called the Decoding the Siddur. Basically, that's going to be the general public release on August 3rd.
Excuse me, Rabbi, what is the dates of that?
It's just on a Shabbat, but it's a full day. We're doing Shabbat services, and then we're doing the evening. I'm doing teaching all the way up to Havdalah. Basically, it's going to be August 3rd, and you should see the flyer. There will be a flyer very soon, like in the next week.
Toda, thank you.
Yeah. And it's going to be a limited space because we're going to do it in their office, the live stream and stuff. So if you know you need to be there, you're going to have to jump very quickly to RSVP because the place will be full. Okay. So anyway, the Sidurim, get them from Jackson. Look for typos, look for mistakes. It's possible. Read a commentary. Also, want to let you know quickly about a Chazanut. There will be also later on this summer, Matt is going to work with Peter. Peter is going to go to the studio. They're going to do some magic. That's the number one request we're getting is people enjoy so much the conference in Colombia, Peter Melodies, that they ask for those, like for us to record the entire Siddur. So Matt and Peter are going to work something professionally, and we will make those things available for you as well by August. So Matt, your job is to get with Peter and let's make it happen this summer. I know it's going to take some time. I'm sure Peter will enjoy Daytona Beach or wherever, Holy Hill.
We will show him some Southern hospitality.
Very good, very good. All right, so that's kind of where we at. Are there any questions at all? Are you excited? Are you sad? Are you happy?
Very excited.
Okay, very good, very good. I guess on one slight more personal note, we're going to do a little fundraiser to help Dylan. Dylan got accepted, receive a full scholarship to university to do his master's in Jewish studies. And that's a very big deal. And he wants to continue to extend the work of Shuvu while he's in Israel for 2 years. There is a real financial need right now, though, for the family. And I cannot think about anything better than help somebody out who got scholarship to live in Israel and wants to be a light to the Jewish people there. So anybody interested in helping Dylan, reach out to him directly. We'll give the yeshiva also will give an offering to help him. But please, let's take care of each other. Let's help each other. Okay?
Rabbi.
No, you're welcome. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'll send the link before I leave or during this week. I'll send it. But it seems like Hashem really opened the door because he just heard about the full scholarship offered by Haifa University of Haifa. Very exciting.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And he's not leaving Shuvu. He's continuing with Shuvu. Okay? He will be there right next to the KLX. So that's great. Okay, anything else? Any other questions? I really bless you guys for Matt and Dr. Wheeler for the new course. And I'm happy that now we didn't have to get rid of any courses. We have a very clear path on how the program is structured now. I'm thrilled by this. Peter, you want to say something?
When will the course start?
Which one? The one for Dr. Wheeler and Pastor Matt?
Yes.
It's immediate. It's not interactive, Peter. It's recorded. It's ready. It's available. It's
without
available.
Without the human touch?
Yeah, well, most of our courses are not human touch. Most of our courses are recorded, except I know, Peter. Everybody now wants Peter in the courses.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we cannot do the human touch on all of our courses because we're just scattered all over the world. It would be impossible.
But I'll tell you this. I am available via Zoom, Cantor Peter. If you ever need a human touch or a joke, you just call me.
How about a bite?
Sure, a chomp. Yes.
A chomp.
There you go. So look, this is good. The Parashat HaShavua, guys, I want to remind you, the business of Torah is why we are here. I noticed the attendance kind of been flaky a little bit lately for our shiurim. Remember, we're starting now the final stretch. It's a long stretch, June, July, August. This is remember, your end of year reviews are coming around the corner. It will be here sooner than you think. And continue to put in the Shuvu reviews. Rabbi Bernstein read them all the time. I read them. We know what's going on in your life. Okay, so it's very, very good, very useful. If you have not done that, we're here for you, though. There's a great team in place with Dr. Wheeler and Pastor Matt, the counseling, now Rabbi Bernstein, taking the additional role. It's excellent. Again, I'll say it last time in terms of Yechezkel, he's not in Yeshivat Shuvu. I want to make it very clear about this. But at the same time, he has taken significant steps to mend the relationship with us, and that's great. That is a great, great thing. We're friendly. Okay? Now, as far as me, I'm going to be in Israel for about a month. I'm busy. So use the right resources. If you have something that is really critical, Rabbi Bernstein is available. If you have a counseling, go to Pastor Matt, whatever it is. I got to finish up now the Russian and the Ethiopian project, guys. I'm not going on vacation. I'm going to work. We have other projects we have to finish. Okay, let me pray for you. Abba, in the name of Yeshua, I just lift up our entire yeshiva, Lord. And may this season will be a strong season for us, Lord, as a yeshiva. So we're inviting and bringing so many new people, Lord. May those who have been in the yeshiva for a long time, will pull them up, Lord. And may we encourage each other, Lord. And I pray for those who are been on this marathon for almost 5 years. Lord, let them to finish this marathon in excellence and in perseverance, Lord. So that Yeshua will receive honor and glory in all that we do as a yeshiva, individually and corporately. B'Shem Yeshua. Amen.
Amen. Nesiya Tova.
Thank you. Hey, Peter, you stick
Rabbi.
around for a minute. Peter, you stick around. I'm going to stop the recording now. You stick around. Yeah, hold on a second.